first pale threads of dawn began to weave through the gaps between the curtains of hospital room 504, casting a gentle golden glow over its occupants. The world was slowly awakening outside, the city yawning and stretching in preparation for another day inside. The room was a cocoon suspended in time, where the whisper of a soul's departure trembled like an autumn leaf clinging to the limb. Dr. Era Cole sat hunched over, exhaustion carving lines into her young face, the weight of the night's trials pressing heavily on her shoulders. She clutched the frail hand of her patient, Mr. Henry Lawrence, an elderly man whose body had withstood the ravages of time with admirable tenacity, until this very dawn threatened to steal him away. The hospital had grown quiet after a long night. The monotone beep of machinery, a solemn requiem echoing through the halls. Ilara's heart ached with a familiar sadness, the weight of lives saved mingling with those she could not. The room was awash with the earthy scent of disinfectant, and the faint perfume of lavender lingering from the flowers on the windowsill. A bittersweet reminder of life's delicate balance. As the first full rays of the sun crept over the horizon, a soft yet decisive bolt of amber light painted the walls, casting long, gentle shadows. Such transformations occurred daily. Yet Ilara had never paused to witness them so intently. She found solace in the quiet grace of dawn, the pervasive hope that whispered through the air, even in places steeped in silence and suffering. Beside her, Mr. Lawrence took shallow breaths, each one a momentary reprieve from the inevitable. His eyes fluttered open, revealing a clarity that belied the frailty of his form. They locked eyes, and in that shared gaze, Ilara felt a profound connection, a bridge between souls touching briefly across the expanse of divergent journeys. "Promise me," Mr. Lawrence wheezed, his voice barely more than a breath. "Promise me you won't let this be just another day."
Lawrence wheezed, his voice barely more than a breath. "Promise me you won't let this be just another day."
Ilara's heart constricted. She understood his need, the desire for meaning in moments that so often felt fleeting and inconsequential. She nodded, squeezing his hand with a determination to write his memory into her soul. Memories washed over her, of her first patient, a little girl with a dimpled smile who had recovered against all odds, of nights spent whispering prayers into the growing darkness, her fervent hope riding on each breath. She thought of these moments as sacred interludes, the quiet intermissions between life's grand symphonies, where she was neither conductor nor audience but a humble note in the composition.
In the garden outside the window, the birds stirred their morning song, a hymn of life, a melody of renewal, echoing through the corridors of her heart.
Mr. Lawrence's breath hitched, and his eyes closed again, a final exhale drifting like a feather through the morning air. She paused by the window in the staff room, the city unfurling before her like a tapestry of endless possibilities. She bowed her head in a moment of reflection, her morning prayer unspoken yet profound. A prayer for strength, for compassion, for the grace to remember the lessons the night had imparted. And as she stepped back into the ebb and flow of life, Hilara made a silent vow to herself. To greet each dawn with gratitude, to carry forward the light that swelled in her heart this very morning. A solemn promise to never let the beauty of mercy slip away unnoticed. With each new morning, she would remember Mr. Lawrence, and in remembering she would honor the sacredness of her promise, the unfurling of hope with every break of day. The morning light shimmered, and she walked on, its warmth yet gentle.